First Lady of Nigeria, our own dear distinguished Senator Tinubu, the Vice President of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, the Senate President, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Deputy Speaker, the Deputy Senate President, the Deputy Speaker, Your Excellencies, our State Governors, distinguished National Chairman, the National Secretary of our party, members of the National Working Committee, my colleagues in the 2026 APC presidential primary election, particularly Senator Kednamani, Senator Right Honorable Yakub Dogara, Senator Victor Ndomeba, Barrister Sanisi Musa SAN, and Her Excellency Titi Laole, forgive me, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. By the power conferred on the APC Presidential Primary Elections Committee 2026, under the Electoral Act, INEC guidelines, and the APC Constitution, I, Anyim Pius Anyi, Chairman of the Presidential Primary Election Committee, hereby certify that I am the returning officer for the presidential primary election held on the 23rd of May, 2026. I also confirm that the presidential primary elections of 2026 held as follows. The 36 states of the Federation were covered, 774 local governments in the country were covered, and 8,809 wards across the country also hosted and held the elections. Mr. President, I am also to confirm that there were two aspirants to the APC 2026 presidential primary elections, i.e. the incumbent president, President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, and Mr. Stanley Osifo. Mr. President, the election had been collated, the results had been computed, and I can say on behalf of the committee that the following were the records of the election. Mr. President, across the country, the total number of 12,643,306 registered voters were the registered voters in our party. Mr. President, for the purpose of this election, 11,069,756 voters were accredited. Mr. President, after the accreditation, 11,015,665 voters casted their votes. And after we computed the votes, I am delighted to announce on behalf of the committee that the aspirants received vote as follows. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR received a total number of 10,999,162 votes. Mr. Stanley Osifo received a total of 16,503 votes. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is therefore my duty as the returning officer for this primary election to declare President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, having satisfied the requirements of APC Constitution and guidelines and scored the highest number of votes, is hereby declared the winner of the primary election and is returned elected, nominated as the party's presidential candidate. APC! 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 Thank you, Mr. National Chairman. Thank you, Mr. President.